Hello and welcome to English Flow. I'm Mark, and today I'm going to share something that will completely change how you learn English. Today, we're talking about chunks. What are chunks in English? Why do chunks work so well? And how can chunks make you fluent faster than any grammar book? Let me tell you a secret. Native speakers don't think in words. They don't think in grammar rules. They think in chunks. And after today, you will too. So let's begin. First, let me ask you a question. When you learned your native language as a baby, how did you do it? Did you study grammar rules? Did you memorize verb tables? Did you learn one word at a time? No, you didn't. You learned in chunks. Your mother said, "Come here," not "come." Then "here," separately. She said, "Come here," as one unit. Your father said, "Good job," not "good." Then "job," separately. He said, "Good job," as one chunk. This is how everyone learns their first language, in chunks, not in words. So what exactly are chunks? In English, a chunk is a group of words that native speakers use together as one unit. Let me give you some examples. How are you? This is a chunk. Native speakers don't think how plus are plus you. They think how are you as one unit. Nice to meet you. Another chunk. We don't analyze each word, we say it as one piece. I don't know. This is probably the most common chunk in English. And we say it so fast that it sounds like, I don't know. One chunk. Here's the revolutionary part. When you learn chunks in English instead of words, three amazing things happen. Number one, you speak faster. Why? Because you don't build sentences. The sentences are already built. You just use them. Number two, you sound more natural. Why? Because you speak like native speakers, using the same patterns, the same rhythm, the same flow. Number three, you stop translating. Why? Because chunks become automatic. You don't think in your language, then translate. You think directly in English chunks. Let me show you the difference. The old way, word by word, you think, I want to go to the store. 7 words, 7 decisions, 7 chances to make mistakes. The new way, with chunks, you think, I want to go to the store. 2 chunks, 2 thoughts, natural and fast. Let's practice some essential chunks right now. By the way, this chunk changes the topic. Repeat after me. By the way. What do you mean? This chunk asks for clarification. Repeat. What do you mean? That makes sense. This chunk shows you understand. Repeat. That makes sense. I'm not sure. This chunk expresses uncertainty. Repeat. I'm not sure. Let me think. This chunk buys you time. Repeat. Let me think. Now, let me teach you the 3 types of chunks in English. Type 1. Fixed chunks. These never change. Of course. No way. Come on. Never mind. You learn them exactly as they are. Type 2. Semi-fixed chunks. These have a pattern, but you can change parts. Can I have coffee? Can I have the menu? Can I have your number? The pattern stays, but the ending changes. Type 3. Flexible chunks. These are frames. You can fill. I'm really tired. I'm really excited. I'm really confused. The structure stays, the content changes. Let me show you how chunks are everywhere. In the morning, you use chunks. Good morning. Time to get up. I need coffee. Running late. At work. You use chunks. How's it going? Busy day. Let's take a break. See you tomorrow. With friends. You use chunks. What's up? Hang out. No worries. Take care. On the phone. You use chunks. Hold on. Can you hear me? I'll call you back. Talk to you later. Even when you're learning, you use chunks. I don't understand. Can you repeat that? How do you say? What does that mean? Chunks are everywhere. Now, here's something important. Research shows that native speakers know about 10,000 chunks. But here's the good news. You only need about 1,000 chunks to be conversational. And you only need about 100 chunks to handle basic situations. Think about that. Just 100 chunks. And you can survive in English. 1,000 chunks. And you can have real conversations. That's not so scary, is it? Let me tell you why chunks work so well. Your brain loves patterns. It loves to group things together. When you learn, how are you, as a chunk, your brain stores it as one item, not 3 items. This is more efficient It's faster to remember. It's faster to use. Scientists call this cognitive chunking, and it's how your brain naturally works. Think about phone numbers. You don't remember 5-5-5-1-2-3-4. You remember 555 1234 in chunks. English works the same way. Now let's talk about the problem with traditional learning, traditional methods. Teach you grammar first. They teach you rules, present simple, past perfect, conditional sentences. But here's the truth. Native speakers don't think about grammar. They just use chunks. When I say, I've been thinking, I don't think present perfect continuous. I just say the chunk. When you learn a chunks first, grammar comes naturally because chunks already contain correct grammar. I've been is a chunk. It's also perfect grammar. But you don't need to know that, you just need to use it. Let me give you more chunk examples. Agreement chunks. I agree. That's right. Exactly. For sure. Totally. Disagreement. Chunks. I don't think so. Not really. I'm not sure about that. Actually. Opinion chunks. I think, in my opinion. If you ask me, the way I see it. Time chunks. Right now, in a minute. Later on. The other day. A while ago. Feeling chunks. I'm excited. I'm worried. I'm confused. I'm relieved. I'm impressed. Each of these is a building block, and when you combine them, you create natural English. Actually, I don't think so. I'm not sure about that. 3 chunks, 1 natural sentence. No grammar thinking, no translation. Just natural flow. Here's your chunk learning strategy. Step 1. Start with the most common chunks. The ones everyone uses every day. Step 2. Learn chunks in context, not from a list, but from real situations. Step 3. Practice chunks. Out loud. Don't just read them. Say them. Feel them. In your mouth. Step 4. Use chunks. Immediately. The same day you learn them. In a text. In a conversation. Even to yourself. Step 5. Build your chunk library. Every day, add 5 new chunks. In 20 days, you have 100. In 200 days, you have 1,000. That's fluency. Now, let me teach you a chunk trick. Listen to native speakers in movies, in podcasts, in conversations. Don't listen for words. Listen for chunks. You'll start to hear them. Want to becomes wanna. Going to becomes gonna. I don't know becomes I don't know. These are chunk shortcuts, and they're everywhere. Once you start noticing, you can't stop. Remember this: every fluent speaker learned through chunks. They didn't memorize dictionaries. They didn't study grammar books. They learned chunk by chunk. And you can too. Starting today. Starting right now. Here's your homework. No, let's call it your chunk mission. Choose 5 chunks from this episode. Write them on your phone. Use them today. Text them. Say them. Think them. Make them. Yours. Tomorrow. Add 5 more. The next day, 5 more. In 1 month, you'll have 150 chunks. That's enough for basic fluency. That's the chunk revolution. Before we finish, let me tell you why I'm so passionate about chunks. I've seen thousands of learners struggle with English. They study for years. They know all the rules, but they can't speak. Then they discover chunks. And in weeks, they're having conversations. Because chunks are the shortcut. Chunks are how natives really speak. Chunks are the key to fluency. So forget grammar rules. Forget word lists. Forget traditional methods. Learn in chunks. Think in chunks. Speak in chunks. This is the revolution. This is the future. This is how you become fluent. Welcome to the world of chunks. Welcome to English Flow. I'm Mark, and tomorrow we'll learn 100 daily chunks you can use right away. Keep learning in chunks. Keep growing in chunks. And soon, you'll be speaking in chunks, naturally, automatically, and fluently. See you tomorrow.